It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline. Federal government urges Federal High Court to dismiss Nnamdi Kanu'S motion. The news in full. A request made by the federal government for the Federal High Court Abuja to dismiss an application indigenous people of Biafra leader Nnamdi Kanu has been rejected. The request was delivered by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Mohammed Abubakar to Justice Binta Iyako after Kanu's legal team walkout, where the allegedly staged walkout was made after the Department of State Services operatives denied Kanu's American lawyer Bruce Wayne from entering the courtroom on Wednesday. Having decided to stage a walkout on the court, I urge my lord to dismiss the defendant's pending applications, said Abubakar. However, the judge declined the request. Staging a walkout on the court is a very serious offense, he said. I will not dismiss the applications. Let them be in the case file, but discuss with your lawyers so that their attitude can change. Justice Iyako then asserted that individuals wishing to attend the IPOB leader's trial must write a court for consideration, referring to a diplomat from the British High Commission who was in the courtroom to observe proceedings. The diplomat said she had written the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Soho, seeking his consent to attend Wednesday's sitting. The judge allowed the diplomat to be in the courtroom during the proceedings due to her respect for the Chief Judge. However, she advised the diplomat to apply to her to observe any future proceedings in her court. Supporters of Mr. Kanu seeking entry to the Federal High Court in Abuja were met by a pro-Nigerian group which accused the former of supporting Mr. Kanu and his desire for Nigeria's breakup. The former was speaking to journalists outside the court, accusing the government of injustice in Mr. Kanu's trial. They accused the federal government of secretly following Mr. Kanu before his arrest in Kenya, and they also claimed the government had barred Mr. Kanu's foreign lawyer and a few of his followers from appearing in court. While the pro-Biafra group was addressing the journalist, the pro-Nigerian group approached them with placards bearing various inscriptions. Iyako led court by the Nigerian government for charges bordering on terrorism. He was arrested in June, Kenya, and repatriated to Nigeria. The Kanu's lawyer had actually lamented being locked out of court, and the lawyer, Bruce Wayne, that is the American lawyer, had actually threatened to take up the case to the international court, where on Wednesday, addressing journalists outside the court premises, the visibly infuriated lawyers said that they have lost trust in the ability of the court to deliver justice and would therefore take the case to an international court. I do not think we are going to continue with this court, and most likely we are going to take it out from here. By the virtue of what transpired today, I do not think we still trust in the ability of the court to deliver justice in this case, one of the lawyers, known as Ifeanyi Ejiofor, had said, complaining that today was the 5th time I was told I could not enter the courtroom, despite the court's previous order that Nnamdi Kanu could have access to any 3 persons he wanted to. Another lawyer, Bruce Wayne, lamented. It is clear 5 times that they are targeting me. In particular, that is the reason why this proceeding cannot transpire today. I am here to tell Nigerians that I am taking this to the international tribunal. It is clear that the Nigerian courts are compromised, Wayne added. Following the refusal by the operatives of the Department of State Services DSS to allow some of them access into the courtroom, some other lawyers who were within the courtroom staged a walkout. Consequently, Justice Binta Iyako had actually adjourned the case now to January 19, 2022. That the governors aren't bothered about possible conflicts that may mar the Anambra governorship election, but are deeply concerned about how to take political power by all means by winning the Anambra governorship seats by hook or crook. Therefore, the right group expressed consternation that since July, the leadership of the IPOB was allegedly kidnapped by the Nigerian government from Kenya and brought back to Nigeria to continue its trial for an alleged treasonable felony. for his role in the championing the campaign for self-determination in the southeast of Nigeria. The elected leaders of the southeast of Nigeria, that is the Igbo-speaking nationality, have yet to concretely convince the president to ban the IPOB and remove a ruinous tag of being a terrorist group stamped on the self-proclaimed unharmed IPOB. Uriwa said that instead of opting for peaceful negotiations and the adoption of non-kinetic steps by the federal government to douse the rising tension created by the detention of the leader of the IPOB, Nnamdi, the federal government and the Southeast governors have largely adopted bellicose and confrontational military strategies to confront a situation that could have been resolved through peaceful and constructive means. It said that the recent moves by the federal government to militarize Anambra State, with the elections barely a few days away and the threat to call out the people of the southeast of Nigeria on a week-long sit-at-home protest made by the IPOB, is an unambiguous signal that the election in Anambra State would be characterized by bloodbath, which is what the rights group is asking all and sundry to avert. The rights group recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari had ordered a massive deployment of security agents in the Anambra State to ensure that under no circumstances will anything be allowed to stop the elections from taking place peacefully. The police had on October 14th announced that they would deploy 34,587 personnel to Anambra State to ensure peace during the poll, even as the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, had earlier hinted that the federal government was considering imposing a state of emergency in Anambra to ensure peaceful conduct of the poll. Also, the IPOB had declared a one-week sit-at-home protest across the southeast state starting from November 5, the eve of the governorship election in Anambra State. Also, the INEC had said that its commission is prepared. The commission had so far recruited and mobilized about 25,000 ad hoc staff that would man the 5,720 polling units in the southeast. Our preparations are on course, even with all the challenges we are facing, such as the attacks on our state office on May 23rd and the sit-at-home order, which is eating into our preparations. But we are doing our best to ensure that we overcome these challenges, and we can only urge the public to remain law-abiding in order to achieve the desired electoral success in the state, he said. The Apex Igbo Sociocultural Group had therefore appealed to the indigenous people of Biafra to revisit their declaration of a sit-at-home order for the 1 week during which the Anambra State governorship election will hold.